How did we end up here where CEOs are making 900 times what some of their workers are making?
Wall Street bank CEOs were grilled by lawmakers over worker pay, executive compensation, climate change, and racial justice on Wednesday as they appeared before Congress during a frequently hostile meeting.
You and your colleagues come in today to talk about how you stepped up and took care of customers during the pandemic, and it's a bunch of baloney.
The CEOs got heat from progressive lawmakers such as Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren over evidence that lenders discriminated against some borrowers when distributing pandemic aid, and continued charging customers fees even as the lenders were enjoying federal regulatory breaks.
Mr. Diamond, you are the star of the overdraft show. How much did JP Morgan collect in overdraft fees from their consumers in 2020?
Well, I think your numbers are totally inaccurate, but we'll have to sit down privately and
So
go through
these
that.
are public numbers.
And I also want to point out we did not overdraft.
Can you just answer my question?
JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon testified along with the CEOs of Bank of America, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, and Morgan Stanley. The bank CEOs frequently found themselves under fire from both sides of the aisle, with Republicans wary of their growing support for liberal causes.
I am concerned about increasing pressure on banks to embrace wokeism and appease the far left's attacks on capitalism.
And with Democrats criticizing the banks for not doing enough to help everyday Americans.
It's past time for the financial industry to be as good to the American people as the nation has been to you, the financial industry.
Bank of America CEO Brian Moynihan was asked why his bank's lending fell during the pandemic while money was still spent on stock buybacks. He said this.
The reasons why loans fell in the crisis are businesses didn't need the credit, but also remember the PPP had a tremendous impact on demand for our clients. And as we did $35 billion of PPP loans, that obviously caused less borrowing from our lines of credit.
The bankers are due to testify virtually again on Thursday before the House Financial Services Committee.